radio show on Hamilton Radio, My Sports Radio.
Deals. And Bonds hits one high. It's a dig. It is on the all-time home run list.
Trainer right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. The heavyweight champion is taking the mandatory 8 count, and Foreman is as poised as can be in a neutral corner.
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them? Touchdown Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle! Tennessee has pulled a miracle!
My Sports Radio. And here's your host, Sean Intel.
Are we live? Do I just go crazy right now?
Let's go nuts.
Yeah? Okay. What's going on, everybody? It is a Wednesday, December 9th. Another lovely Wednesday here, snowing today somehow. I feel like the weather just keeps going downhill.
It's a
further,
beautiful thing.
and it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's awful.
Another wild Wednesday here on My Sports Radio.
You know, you guys are listening on HamiltonRadio.net. You're here with your boys, John Intel and Daniel Mercado. Dan,
John?
we have the Jets only a few games away from Trevor Lawrence. We have a hot take,
I got a hot take for
breaking
you.
news on a potential Sam Darnold landing spot. We have potentially a new catcher with the Mets,
Let's
potentially a new center fielder with the Mets. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers as the most overrated team in the NFL. We have two potential actual NFL competitive teams in the NFC East.
Hello.
Wow, upsetting big-time division leaders.
Amazing. Amazing. I mean,
It's incredible.
the Steelers get destroyed by the team that shall forever remain nameless. The only numbers those guys cared about that day weren't about the stats. They weren't. It was on the scoreboard and it was on their helmets.
Bro, my question...
It was like watching Remember the Titans.
phenomenal movie.
Amazing.
I almost want to throw back a little Remember the Titans jam and do a little dance.
Oh, I'd love it.
You know what I mean? One show.
Let's do it.
It's going to have to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Johnny-
Now it's happening.
Johnny Butters, what's going on? Jeff O'Praney, what's going on? Guys and girls, I broke some news earlier. I'm like the Adam Schefter of radio.
Lefty Shefty.
Bro. So I'm hearing that John Elway fancies himself some Sam Darnold.
Oh, yeah. Come and get some.
Now, obviously, I think they're going to have to lock up the number 1 seed, right? Because they got to
Obviously.
make sure they get Trevor Lawrence.
You think anybody else is locking that?
But do you think after drafting Drew Lock, right, last year, that making a trade for Sam Darnold is the right move for the Broncos?
No, not for either team.
For either team?
Not for either team.
Wow.
Now, I was debating this, and we were talking about this last week, and I was high on Trevor Lawrence coming in, but I started to think back, and we got to look at history, right? I started to think back at a couple shows ago where I told you I almost rather they trade the pick and build the line.
Yep.
Now, say Sam goes there, he's going to be sitting behind somebody. Drew Lock, most likely. Because Drew Lock looks like he's got a little more confidence and he's a little more
Thank you.
little more controlled in the pocket. And he doesn't have so much going on outside. I mean, I think in Denver, Drew Lock can concentrate. I think Sam would be great there. But if Sam goes, he's going to be behind someone else unless he goes to maybe Jacksonville. I got a hot take for you.
Talk to me.
What if Sam does leave?
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 landing spots for Carson Wentz. The Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. A veteran presence until either we draft the young man, right? Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
And they keep him in the back. Let Wentz do his thing. Whether we mess it up or not, that's,
Yep.
I mean, we already know what Wentz is.
Yep.
And again, he's an amazing guy. Got some weapons around him. He can do some stuff. But when you make him do too much, he's going to lose the games. He's going to fold under pressure. He can't. Wentz is not a guy that. Wentz is not Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson to me has thrust himself into this MVP conversation. I'm not saying he's MVP. I don't think it. But you know what? Who has done more for their team? He has put their team on his back.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Carson Wentz tried to do that and failed. Whether it was due to coaching, whether it was due to injuries.
Whether it was due to statues of people outside the stadium.
Oh, yeah, BDN.
Yep.
You know it.
Oh, dude.
I mean, there's two important statues in Philly. Neither one of them is of Carson Wentz.
Facts. No, neither. I mean, there's many important statues in Philly.
Well, I mean, yes, I mean
and
sports
none of
figures.
them
Sports
are
figures.
Carson-
You know what I mean? Sports
Yeah.
figures wise.
One is completely a fabricated
You
figure.
promised me you wouldn't make it political.
My bad. One of them is completely a fabricated,
Yeah.
figure,
So's the other one.
and yeah, and the other one's Nick Foles.
Yeah, that's right.
Bro, let me ask you something. Seriously.
Talk to me, Goose.
Is Carson Wentz ever going to play at a high rate ever again?
I think so.
Bro, this guy just looks bad.
But he is, I'm telling you, he needs all the pieces around him that where the team is complete, you can kind of plug and play him and he can manage the game. He can even do a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
I see when Carson Wentz is asked to throw 40 or more times per game. I was reading some stat over the weekend. 40 or times more per game. It's like a 30% scoring ratio or to 70% losing ratio. Either he scores a ton in a few games, but it skews the numbers for him over the long run.
So you're saying he's a loser?
Lehu Zeher.
Interesting. I have a better question here. Let's talk about. I want to get back into the potential Sam Darnold sweepstakes. Right?
Let's go.
I've heard Pittsburgh. I now hear Denver under John Elway,
Mm-hmm.
who literally cannot get it right with quarterbacks. Where do you
Yep.
think the best fit for Sam Darnold is to
Jacksonville.
resurrect his career?
Jacksonville.
But Jacksonville has not been able to maintain a good quarterback in forever. So my question is now, since Mark Brunell,
All right, so let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I said
Go ahead.
Jacksonville. All right, so
You're gonna have to
Jacksonville's got
sell
a
me
line.
on this.
I know, and I got you. Listen, it's a deep run, but anybody coming from the Jets is a reach for any other team. So let's say Sam goes to Jacksonville, a team like Jacksonville. You have a line, little banged up, but they can still run the ball. You got a solid running back in Robinson.
he's a stud.
A stud.
I love
a
him.
sneaky stud, right?
I love him.
So you got this guy.
Okay.
You got a line, you can run the ball, and you got sneaky good receivers. You got guys that can
DJ Chark.
DJ Chark, baby.
I like DJ Chark.
Chark, right? so you're gonna send him you're gonna send him to a place where he's got a couple weapons. He can get a little confidence. If they lose, they're already a losing organization, but it's not a mockery of a losing company.
Yep.
Just like the Jets, because and let me tell you, because I think the Jets should trade this pick and keep Darnold.
Wow.
The kid can make throws, right? I was looking at this. I feel like Darnold at a young portion of his career has been asked to step up and carry a team without any experience. Without any assistance on the line. No. Let's look at it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish.
everybody's
I'm gonna let
banged
you
up.
finish before I rebut. Go ahead.
This year he's got a couple weapons
Okay.
that maybe did okay, but because of play calling, because of whatever the structure is upstairs, they're not letting the kids play outside. Right? So there's no fun for Darnold. So he's there just to do a job, just to keep his face. Whether he goes somewhere else or he stays with the Jets. If the Jets trade this pick and can build this line, I think you can get a king's ransom for it. I think if Joe Douglas is going to show his cojones, he's going to trade that pick.
Yep.
He's going to get some line. All right, he's going to get some support for Sam. We saw Ty Johnson look like a stud out there behind a mediocre line. So let me ask you, if they keep it alive and they keep it close games, under 20 points, under 21 points, don't you think that Sam Darnold with some time, not having to get rid of the ball, not getting rid of the ball while he's already on his back, and then forced to throw it early, forced to throw it late, trying to make too much out of the pocket?
It's a lot of assumptions.
It's a lot, but that's what we're here to do.
I mean, here's the thing for me. I also agree that you should keep Darnold. I think I was just talking earlier with a buddy who's a Jets fan, and he's obviously out on Darnold, but I said to him the same thing. I said, listen, Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the next right? The next big name, the next QB Andrew Luck-esque.
Right.
So with teams knowing that and a few needing that,
Quite a few.
needing that, going down the list of teams, I'm actually going to go through the potential lottery picks right now
Let's go.
and who can be in line and who's going to need a quarterback, okay? So the bottom of the league, Jacksonville, number one, need a QB.
True.
They may, depending on what they do in the offseason, obviously Minshew's not the guy. They may trade a king's ransom to move up. The Bengals don't. The Cowboys presumably are going to move forward with Dak after his rehab, right?
I want to see it.
The Chargers have Herbert. The Eagles could be that team depending on what they do with Wentz. I don't think Hurts is the guy.
Nope.
The Carolina Panthers are interesting here. Matt Rule has proven to be a very good coach. Teddy Bridgewater's not the answer.
That's facts.
So do they trade future picks, first, second, thirds, whatever it may be, and link up a Trevor Lawrence with a Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore? Right? So that's major. That could be one. And the Atlanta Falcons, right there. I'm not going to go any further. The reason is because a lot of these teams, they'd have to trade too much to move up. So I'm looking at top 10 potential.
Right.
I still don't think Atlanta does a lot, even though Atlanta may say to themselves, we're starting to win a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't think Atlanta. I think Atlanta's got to develop their defense.
I think Atlanta has developed their defense also. So I'm thinking here you're talking Jacksonville and you're talking Panthers potential, right? So if the Jets could pull it off, move back a spot, is there a Chase Young type generational player on the defensive end? Is there a generational Travis Frederick lineman, Tyron Smith, that's going to be an anchor, for the middle of your offensive line for years to come? Mims seems to be a player, a receiver.
Kicking ball.
He could do his thing. We need to see a little more from your running back. Was it Pirine, right? Pirine.
LaMichael Pirine.
We got to see a little more from Pirine.
I think he's a little suspect. I
Okay.
think this kid Ty Johnson just blew his doors off.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it was a suspect pick.
Okay.
It was poor play call, so you didn't get to expose. I mean, his talents. But man, this kid Ty Johnson, he got one shot, came in there and ran through the gates.
All right. I mean, listen, it is what it is. We'll see in the next few weeks. The Jets have to do something first.
It's a ton of speculation, but
They have to continue to lose, right?
yep.
So that's the
No
first
problem.
step. I want to just say what's going on to everyone who's watching us live. Jeff O'Prandy,
Nick Volanakis, what's going on, brother?
Nick Volanakis, Brad Evans, what's going on, fellas? How we doing today? Welcome to the show. I want to move across town. Well, in theory, cross town. Not really cross town. We're talking same stadium, but the New York Football Giants.
Los Gigantes.
Bro, is Joe Judge the real deal or what?
Joe Judge should be. If they make the playoffs, I got to tell you, these two teams, between the Washington
Football.
football team,
Don't say the other thing.
I was going to say the Dubs.
You're racist.
I was going to say the Dubs.
You're racist.
I can't be racist. I'm Spanish. Ya tú sabes.
You're racist.
All right, so the Dubs, right? We'll call them the Dubs, the team that shall forever remain nameless.
Yep.
All right, the Dubs and the New York Football Giants, you said it. You hit the nail on the head. These are two teams that were the laughing stock right next to us
Yep.
at 0-5 or 1-5, both teams. We're the only ones that took the cake. The New York Jets, right? You look at a gritty team like the Washington football players.
I love.
And like, where do you go with that? Like the
I love
Washington
it.
football team,
the Washington
New York Giants,
football players,
right?
The
So-
players that play in Washington.
I got to tell you, these two gritty teams
Yep.
are road playing teams.
So
These guys, if they make it into the playoffs, a coach like Joe Judge, if what's his name, Wayne Gallman, can keep running the ball, keep pounding the ball, and they control the clock, nobody is going to want to play with these guys in the Sandlot.
But what wins championships?
Defense.
And one of the best defensive lines in football goes to those players in Washington.
100%.
Bro, I'm
Monster.
So
Montez Sweat
bro,
has erupted.
Chase Young is a savage.
100%.
Dude, did you hear what Tomlin said about him? You hear the quote?
Yeah.
He said, I hope that I never lose enough to be able to draft a player like you, because he is such a generational player that you would have to lose so much and get that good of a pick to be able to get that type of talent. Chase Young. So here's the thing. Last year, if you remember, obviously with MSR, I
Right.
had the whole Zoom party for the draft night, right?
Right.
And I was very skeptical of Chase Young because here's the thing. COVID hits. We don't see workouts. We don't know what's going on. It's all speculation. They're doing everything on Zoom. We don't know what's going on.
Oh, hello?
I don't know. Something happened with the
Did your
mics.
mic?
Yeah.
Did we get switched?
I don't know. You plug something in and then something happened.
I don't know.
Unplug it.
Touch it again. Touch it. Touch it.
Okay. So so either way,
Right.
now that I'm hearing echoes,
Echo.
I'm seeing ghosts.
I see ghosts.
Oh, there it is.
There we are.
Ah.
We're back. We're back in the building. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, so-
that was a crazy sound.
Yeah, no, that's crazy ghosts.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? So, dude, for Chase Young to come on the field and do what he's doing is ridiculous.
Game changer.
And it really chaps my ass, Lloyd, when I'm looking at the Cowboys and I'm like, dude, could we not get this guy? You know, like, is it not possible for us to get this guy?
Yeah.
For us to have a talent like this? I don't know, man.
Listen, if anybody's gonna, he's on his rookie contract. If anybody's gonna pay up to snag him from the Washington football players,
I mean, they're not going to trade him. Washington's been.
they won't trade him. But if anybody's gonna give up the king's ransom, it would be Jerry Jones.
Yeah, Washington.
But I don't see that happening. I agree with you.
I mean, first of all,
Now, I want to touch on something. You talked about Mike Tomlin's quotes. I want to go back 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, they barely won a game,
yep.
right? Mike Tomlin was 100% a G. My guy gets on the post-game and interviews and says something to the effect of, listen, we didn't really win this game. We did enough to not lose or something like that. I think he noticed all the dropsies in the past couple weeks. 3 games ago, there were 4 drops. Important. They won that game too. But he's been noticing the drops have been coming more and more. You've got Ben Roethlisberger playing like a beast, and these guys are dropping the ball on him, literally. So these receivers got to put it together. Mike Tomlin this week is probably ripping them apart because he saw it coming, the writing was on the wall, and they got exposed. So now, them being the most overrated team now to me, who's number 1 in the league?
I mean, listen, they weren't number 1 in the league. Let's be serious. The Kansas City Chiefs are always going to be number 1 until Patrick Mahomes sucks. All right, so they're number 1.
Well, they're the champs until they're not the champs anymore.
Were they arguably number 2? Yeah, I would say the Saints because they're D. Remember, they've been winning games without
The
Drew
D's
Brees.
important?
It is. It's a huge factor, and it's listen, the Saints got to be number 2, right? I'm gonna say that the Green Bay Packers have to be number 3. I'm gonna say that Man. I mean, the Rams keep winning games. Are the Rams 4, dude? Are the Bills 4? Dude, Josh Allen he has such an identity crisis all the time.
Yeah,
So I guess
it's like one game they don't know. They want to run the ball. Now then he comes out and he throws it and he slings it. And he's accurate.
Are the Titans or the Colts number 4? Bro, the Cleveland Browns are 9-3.
Bro, the Cleveland Browns have been impressing, not just as of late, but as soon as they got Chubb back, because they didn't lose a beat with Kareem Hunt. They still had a running game, punching people in the mouth. Smash mouth football.
Yep.
And now they found their identity. And that's what they do. They run the ball down your throat, and then when you're full, they run the ball down your throat again. And you can't stop it.
What worries me about the Browns, their points differential is still negative 15.
Yep.
So their defense is not that good. And that's what worries me about them. Now, here's the thing. If you put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands, he threw for 4 touchdowns this week. That's an outlier. You know that doesn't happen.
Yep.
We know it doesn't happen.
100%.
So, if you put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands when it counts, can he get the job done? That's number 1. Number 2, can the defense stop high-powered teams if you face the Chiefs? I don't think so.
Okay. We're going to do a quick segment.
Talk to me.
Trust or sus?
Okay. I like that.
All right?
Okay.
So we're going to do this. Trust or sus?
Okay.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, trust or sus?
No, sus.
Sus. Lamar Jackson,
Major sus.
trust or sus?
Major sus.
Tell me why.
Easily. First of all, last few weeks when he's played, the guy, his passing has looked mediocre at best.
Abysmal.
If he does not have big plays with his legs, which, by the way, in the first half, if it wasn't for an interception that was tipped and Dalton threw the interception, the Cowboys are in that game. His legs has separated him. There was a pass in that game where his guy was wide open in the back of the end zone. He threw it 3 feet in front of him on the ground. Bro,
yeah, I saw that play.
on the ground. His arm, he can throw a ball 100 yards. He cannot hit the broad side of a barn if it was in front of him.
100%.
Dude, I'm telling you, the guy is...
For somebody who became the most accurate passer coming into the league as a young guy, and they said he couldn't throw, and then he proved everybody wrong, he's proving everybody right now.
But it's incredible to me because... So I say it all the time. Bro, here is the narrative people push. Black quarterbacks can't be successful. That's the narrative that people push.
Right.
So what happens is year after year, it's like guys like Stephen A. Smith. When will they give the black athlete an opportunity to be who they are instead of pocket passers, right? Okay.
Right, so not to conform. But then he goes out there and he does what he wants, does what he's supposed to, what he's good at, and he's not good at it.
So here's the thing. What the narrative should be is why does it have to be one or the other? A guy why can't you put a guy in the right system that has an arm and can run, a la Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, guys and girls? There are many, many phenomenal black quarterbacks. But if you're exposed, you're exposed. Lamar Jackson in Louisville was exposed. He had a big arm, and they forced this quarterback issue because, no, how could you say that? Look at his collegiate career. He could throw the ball. Just because he's a black quarterback doesn't mean he has to play wide receiver. Okay? Right. Okay, fine. Guy can't throw. The guy can throw a deep ball, but so could Jamarcus Russell. Okay?
Yeah, that's facts.
So the fact of the matter is
Marcus Russell throw it from goalpost to goalpost.
Sitting.
Yep.
So the fact of the matter is if you're good at what you do, it's lights out. You don't have to worry about anything else.
I think he's still got a ceiling though.
What's his ceiling?
I think he's still got a little more to see out of him, a little more growth, but I think he's still got a ceiling.
I mean, I don't see it.
And once he gets he's already being exposed. Once people start putting plans together for that running quarterback stuff.
Seahawks just lose to the Giants. Seahawks done? Like, do they have a shot this year? Do they just strike you as a team that is that far off that they could go to play a team that has 4 wins and put up 12 points with Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett? Is this team done? Do they even have an identity anymore? First of all, Russell Wilson has completely lost his chance at winning the MVP.
100%.
Okay, so we agree on that. He's out. So does this team have even a chance of making a run? Do you put them now?
Now, okay.
Do you put them now below Washington and the Giants, even though they're 8-4, or do you still have them above?
I still have them above, but only slightly, because the way the NFC East is forming now, one of these formidable guys is going in with like a 7-9 record. And again, strong road teams, both Washington and the Giants. Strong road defenses that they've proved now they can hold quarterbacks like Russell Wilson down. So I don't think if Russell Wilson makes a wild card or anything, but the NFC West is too strong. Rams, more of a complete team than the Seahawks. Would you agree?
There's something about the Rams that I hate. I can't tell you since week 1, I've been saying that team is a pretender and they're 8-4. I don't know what it is. I cannot stand that team. I don't know if it's Goff. I don't know if it's the fact that there is no running identity. I don't know if it's the fact that when I think of the defense, I think of like underachieving. But then I look and the defense is only giving up 243 points, which means they're not underachieving. They're actually overachieving.
Now, you know why?
Talk to me.
I'm going to talk to you, baby. Sean McVay, quirky stats. Sean McVay, since he has entered the league, when he is leading at halftime, he is 34-0.
Really?
So, I'm going to tell you, Sean McVay, beast.
You ever seen Sean McVay's girlfriend?
No.
Oh, my God.
Anybody else seeing Sean McVay's girlfriend?
Ay, ay, ay.
Thank you.
That's a spicy meatball.
So, you got a coach like Sean McVay who's not afraid to step on your throat when he's got that lead. He's going to step on your throat. He's going to keep his foot on the gas, and they're going to pound. Whether they control the clock, they play it smart, and he's an interesting man for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Because if they make it to the playoffs and make a deep run,
Yep.
I could see him making Coach of the Year.
You lose Todd Gurley, right? We don't know if he's done, whatever the case may be, but you lose a big name, you think maybe a little regression.
Yep.
But that's not the case, man. They look good.
Full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. The Cardinals continue to stumble, and the Cardinals week after week really just they chew me up, man. I tell you, I've never seen a team that I've been every week I pick them. Dude, every single week.
They're an
I
exciting
pick them.
team.
And I don't know what it
Kyler
is.
Murray, D-Hop, that's what it is. They're
But
attractive
how do
to
they
the eye.
lose? How do they continue to lose? How? Is it coaching? Is it underperformance of the
I got to say coaching. You got a guy like D-Hop, and you're not throwing it to the corner every time?
Bro, it really kills.
D-Hop was open three or four plays towards the end of that game where they could have taken over. No throw. Throw it in the middle. Throw it across the side. Christian Kirk doesn't get out of bounds in time. Bro.
By the way, picks are in from last week. Can we go over who took home the week?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, in last place, Eric Sika from Brofluent. He had one pick correct.
1 for 5. Eric.
One awful.
You're doing me wrong, Eric. You're doing me wrong.
Awful. Very awful.
If you keep going that way, bro, we can't tell people we're cousins.
No, it's very bad. Right behind him,
Bro, fraudulent.
right in front of him, I should say, unfortunately, was me at 2-3.
It happens sometimes.
I had the Saints right. I had the Packers right. You want to hear something crazy? So I picked the Bengals plus 11.5. Mm-hmm. Bengals lost by 12.
Yep.
Half point. I always buy the half a point.
That half is bananas.
I always buy it.
It
And
makes the difference.
The Chiefs barely pulled out a win,
Oh, thank God.
so they didn't cover. And the Seahawks minus 10 lost by 5. So that was a 17-point swing there. 15-point swing, sorry. Danny Mercado and Tom DiFilippo tie at 3-2,
Home team wins.
but Tom had more points.
It's okay.
And do you want to know how he had more points?
He's taller.
That. But his Colts took him home the 5-point play.
Yeah.
And all of us lost our 5-point plays. You had
the
Rams
Jets.
minus 3, correct. You had the Jags plus 10, correct. You had the Packers minus 8.5, correct. Your 3-point play, Chiefs, wrong. They won, but not by enough.
Right.
And the Raiders 8, they won on that ridiculous Hail Mary at the end of the game that cost,
Yep.
what's his name, the defensive coordinator position.
No, that's not what cost him. I'm going to tell you. We're going to get into this.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get back into the Steelers just for you, Craig.
Is Craig
All right?
on?
I don't know. I hope he's on here. He better be listening. He said he was. So let me tell you. All right. So my Jets, right? The number one, and I put it in the post. This is like a love triangle, right? So the number one worst head coach in the league in probably NFL and Jets history has now, and that's saying something. We've had co-type before.
Oof.
This guy went and fired his defensive coordinator, who was probably one of the problems, but not the number one problem. And now he's saying, no, I'm going to take the play. So you couldn't take the offensive play call. Now you're going to take both? I have a problem with that.
Bro, you shouldn't have a problem with it, though. You shouldn't.
Because he's going to lose the game, right?
That's-
So why fire the guy?
Dude,
The guy probably did what you asked him to do. And that we're talking about Greg Williams and Adam Gase. Adam Gase probably asked him to, hey, make sure they score. You know, we can't win this one. We want to keep this. We want to keep this Trevor thing going, but don't make it obvious. And Greg Williams was probably like, oh, yeah, don't make it obvious? You want me to keep okay, no problem. I'm sending the house and then some.
I'm bringing everybody.
He left his young rookie corner out there to dry.
Henry Ruggs smoked him.
Smoked him.
I just want to talk about something that nobody's talking about with that play. Something that's incredibly underrated and underappreciated. The fact that there was 8 guys that went in and on the run, Carr threw a dime.
Yep.
Bro, that's crazy.
Now, because you
That was
said
a
a
great throw.
dime, I'm going to tell you I think that was a lucky throw.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Carr, there was in the last 3 minutes, there was a change of possession like 3 times,
Okay.
right? Carr had the opportunity to throw that ball 3 times before. All 3 times he blew the play, and he had time. He didn't hit his receiver. He hit him too far, threw it under, threw it behind, threw it to the left, and then he got that play, and he was on the run and just tossed it. I think because he was by himself, you could say he threw him open. I don't think so. I think he just got lucky, and the cornerback, being a rookie, got burnt on the last time because he was playing good coverage before that. So I think Derek Carr got lucky. I think it's a setup from Vegas. I think there's a conspiracy going on. But I know nothing. I saw nothing. Now, that being said,
Here it is.
oh yeah. Now,
Okay.
I want to talk about this COVID thing and how everybody's pushing these games back, and people are complaining that the Steelers had to play games, and that's why they lost.
Three
And
games in
3
12
games in 12
days.
Just so you know,
Blah, blah,
all you
blah.
Steeler fans, I'm going to tell you, there's 4 or 5 teams that do that every single year in the same couple weeks of span. When you play a Sunday game and then a Sunday game that is 8 days, and then you play a Thursday night game, that's 12 days, buddy. It happens all the time. They have no excuse. They lost to a team on the come up that was gritty, and was a better football team, everybody dropped the ball. Your players lost that game for you. Mike Tomlin last week, after I mentioned that he went into the press conference and really scolded his guys basically in front of everybody. Like, listen, y'all want me to come out here and talk about how we won? No, we barely won.
Barely.
We did enough to win. Doing
Preach.
enough to win it does not make you a great team in the NFL.
No, it just
It makes you lucky in the 2020 season because of COVID.
It makes it that you just do enough to get by, but
Right.
when it matters,
It proves you are a mediocre team.
mediocre.
Now, I'm not saying the culture is not a winning culture in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a phenomenal organization, and I have to give kudos to their talent evaluators because that kid Claypool,
Stud.
Juju, all these guys, Bud Dupree, that
Gone.
recently got hurt. Well, I
Gone.
know, but he was a beast when he was
Bro.
out there. He's number one pass rusher,
Bush gone, Dupree gone.
right?
Big losses.
But these are key players.
Yep.
Right? And,
Yep.
and kudos to their evaluation team for picking up these guys and putting this roster together. But if they don't perform when they go out there, then what good is the coaching? You guys, and I'm telling you, Mike Tomlin, just for saying that, I want to put you in the runnings for coach of the year. My three head coaches for coach of the year is going to be Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, and what was the one I just said before?
And McVay.
And McVay, Sean McVay.
I mean,
Those three, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, the only way Andy Reid wins it, because everybody's going to down him because, he's got the best players. He's got the fastest player on the league. He's got the number one quarterback in the league. He's got the number one tight end in the league. By the way, Travis Kelce, congratulations. First tight end ever to hit 1,000 yards for 5 seasons in a row. Amazing.
head coaching nominations. Bill Belichick. That's one.
Let me ask you.
Number two,
You still keeping that pick if he doesn't make the playoffs?
absolutely. Dude, they're 6-6 right now. Bro, they went 2 weeks without their starting quarterback. They lost Tom Brady. They lost Hightower. They lost Chung. Bro, there's nobody.
So you're celebrating mediocrity.
There's nobody outside of Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers who have done more with less. Kyle lost his
Entire defense.
His entire defense, and for a while, Jimmy G, Kittle, and Mostert. All I'm saying is listen, when you talk about the importance of coaching, you have to talk about their ability to get their guys prepared with nothing. Our teams have head coaches that have more than most and can't get
still
the guys
underperform.
prepared. You have
Yeah, that's
coaches
facts.
like Kyle Shanahan and Bill Belichick who have dog poop on a stick
and are going out there winning games.
and going out there winning games. So all
It's
I'm-
possible.
It is, bro. I'm just saying, right now the playoff picture is this. The playoff picture is this. You ready? Pittsburgh Steelers, the 1 seed. Kansas City Chiefs, the number 2 seed, which do have the Kansas City Chiefs have actually locked their division up. Okay. Buffalo Bills at 3. Tennessee Titans at 4. Cleveland Browns at 5. Miami Dolphins at 6. And the Colts at 7. Now, on the outside looking in, the Raiders and Ravens by a game, and the Patriots by 2. Okay? Major schedule coming up for all of these teams. The Patriots coming up have the Rams. The Patriots coming up have the Dolphins. The Patriots coming up have the Bills.
And
And the
your
Jets.
New York Jets.
But the thing of it is, these next 3 games, this is it. This is it. And by the way, very underrated. 3 divisional games, 2 are ahead of you right now. And one of them is ahead of you by 2 games with an opportunity to catch up in the
do a
standings.
little switcheroo.
Major for the Patriots. Major.
That happened in my fantasy league last night.
What happened in your fantasy league?
We had I was I was like 7-5, and then I went 8-5. But there was like 5 guys with 8-5. But that one loss to the one team put me in 6th spot and dropped like the 4 seed all the way down to 7 because of points.
Ugh.
Terrible, right? But it happens. Any given Sunday, baby. Any given Sunday.
That's true. Great move.
But listen, now, the reason I said Andy Reid, right? The reason I said because everybody's going to talk about Andy Reid having the best team out there, right? They're, was it 12-1, right?
11-1.
11-1. So you're looking at a team that has lost, again, 1 out of last 21 games they've played, including last season in playoffs.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous, right? If Andy Reid, we talked about how hard it is to repeat in the NFL.
Almost impossible.
Almost impossible. If he repeats, I guarantee he gets Coach of the Year.
I mean, listen, it'll be
Because
be the easy pick.
when Belichick was doing it, we were saying the same thing. But he's got Tom Brady, but he still won it.
Yep.
Because it's hard to repeat. Very hard. Almost like you said, almost impossible. Who do you got in the NFC taking out Kansas City? Should they go to the Super Bowl?
Dude, I mean, only team right now.
I'll tell you what, give me 2. Give me your 2 choices.
I gotta
NFC.
Go, I gotta go Saints. I gotta go Packers. I have to go
That's
Breeze.
right.
I have to go Rodgers. I mean, how else can you go anything else right now? I'm looking. The Buccaneers are just not. To me, they just don't look that great. The Seahawks have completely fallen off. The Rams, I hate. I don't know why. Nobody else in the NFC North is even worth talking about.
How could you hate the Rams?
I don't know.
And like Bill Belichick and his mediocre Patriots so much.
Yeah, because there's still so many wet, bro. Okay,
I know,
right?
I'm being a hater. I'm being a hater, everybody.
You
but you know
are,
what?
you are.
We got to feed you some haterade once in a while.
Come on. Look, I want to go through something, and I just want to enlighten you a little bit. You ready for it?
Eric Mercado, what's up, brother?
You ready? You ready for this?
Steve Mandel.
Here we go. The Rams starting offense. Okay. Jared Goff at running back. They have Cam Akers, the rookie. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, a nice little twosome there. Tyler Higbee at tight end. Okay, so not a bad offense. Woods, Cooper
But nothing
Kupp,
to scream home about.
Akers, and Goff. Okay, but not a bad 4, right? I mean, I think you would
And
say
they got the committee at the running back, so it's not just Akers. They keep fresh legs out there. That's one thing I like about the committee. Keeps fresh legs out on the field.
Okay, so that's what we're working with there. You ready? Goff, Kupp, Woods, Akers, Higbee. New England Patriots. Newton, Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers, Demir Bird, and Ryan Izzo. Come on, bro.
I got you.
Come on, dog.
I understand.
You know,
But if
damn right.
All right, so let me ask you: if he makes the playoffs, I understand your pick, and you've proven me wrong. But if he stays mediocre and they go 8-8, and they don't make the playoffs,
But he's not even supposed
I
to be.
don't-
He's not even supposed to be 6-6 right now.
But he's Bill Belichick, right? He's the greatest.
I
He's the
understand.
goat.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but let me ask you a question.
But let me
He
ask
doesn't
you.
play. He doesn't play, right?
We talked about this before with
But he doesn't
basketball.
play.
Do we use the measure of standard? And I know that, but we do. But he's on the field. He calls the plays. Do we measure
has to-
the standard of our coaching by mediocrity or by wins?
No, by wins with what you have. Who wins with mediocrity? Who wins the most with mediocrity? Bill Belichick has always won the most with mediocrity. Look at Bill Belichick's offenses in the past. Bro, he had a guy.
And to your point, Cam Newton's the number 1 rushing quarterback, right?
Yes. He had a guy by the name of Troy Brown who started wide receiver and defensive back in the same year. He won a Super Bowl with that, bro.
Yep.
An MVP, Deion Branch, wide receiver in the Super Bowl.
Bunch of nobodies.
Bro, this guy does more with less in the history of the NFL. Not just now, in the history of the NFL. Tom Brady, all due respect to Tom Brady, bro, Tom Brady, besides Jordan and Gretzky and Woods, is the greatest winner ever. The greatest competitor ever, right?
Can't argue that.
He is the slowest clock quarterback in the 40 in the history of the NFL. Bro, we walk on the field right now as dads with dad bods who do not exercise for all intents and purposes will smoke him. The guy's arm is not next level, generational, okay?
You see, Brady, you better not see me in the streets. You can't run.
But yet, somehow, no matter who you give this guy, no matter what plug-and-play player, he wins.
I can't argue that fact.
So now I say to
cannot
you,
argue that.
So now I say, we have a guy who goes in and he has tools at his disposal. Going up against a guy like Bill Belichick. Bro, if Bill Belichick had Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce, you know what he would do?
Go undefeated?
Oh, you want to know how I know he would do that? Because he did it with Brady, Moss, and Gronk.
Yep.
Okay, so now I say to you, he went undefeated when he had players, right?
Yep.
If Andy Reid doesn't, the stick has been measured already. You can't do less. So Bill Belichick has to be in the running for Coach of the Year. Because if he's not, the award means nothing. Just like in the NBA, the award means nothing. LeBron James is the MVP every year. But they never give it to LeBron James because they're tired of hearing him.
Yep.
So they pick Harden because he hits 100 threes and he redefined the step back 3-pointer. But the ball's in his hands 180% of the time. No one wants to play with the guy.
And they lose.
Every single time someone goes there, it's their fault.
One and done in the playoffs.
Chris Paul, your fault. Russell Westbrook, your fault. No, bro, it's your fault.
You're the problem. That's right. That's right.
So
That's
all
right.
I'm saying is that Bill Belichick has to be in the running, or these awards are fugazi.
Meaningless.
That's it. Period.
All right, so let me ask you.
Ask me.
Now that I lit you up and I set you up for this volley, see if you can spike this one. Mahomes or Watson then? Now, you just said who does more with less? Watson loses lineman? He lost his wide receiver, his number one wide receiver, Will Fuller. Doesn't really have a tight end, or a solid tight end anyway, which is normally a young quarterback's crutch. Running game is abysmal. David Johnson's out. Duke Johnson's not doing any better. He can catch a passer here and there out of the backfield, but what are we doing? So, Deshaun Watson winning games with nobody. What's he got? Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks. And a suspect line. So, would he be in the MVP talks then?
Okay, so Watson is going to be in the MVP. I love Watson.
This is the guy that that was touted as the Michael Jordan of football.
I love Watson. 3,500 yards this year. Like you said, he does a lot with a little. Will Fuller's out, suspended. Randall Cobb was a nice addition for them. Brandon Cooks, he does what he does. Nothing to write home about. Okay. With that being said, it's tough. It's tough because not only is Patrick Mahomes winning, but he's also putting up major stats. So here's the thing. He's got 300 more passing yards with 7 more wins, right?
Right.
Patrick Mahomes. He's got 31 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Rating of 113, so a completion rating of 68%. He actually dominates.
Oh, I think he's got it locked.
So
but based on the point that you said that when I was
but
saying
he does have weapons, though.
We're supporting. No, I know, but we're supporting winners then.
We're supporting. No, here's the thing.
Who's done more with less? Is that still the MVP talk, or
So yeah,
or is Coach of the Year a little bit different?
Watson's there. Watson's there. You can argue that Watson has to keep going, right?
Look, you and I are in agreement. I want to clarify for the listeners.
I think that Watson is top 3, top 4 in the entire league, and I think Watson Always. But here's the thing. Guys on losing teams or non-winning teams that win the MVP award, they win it because their stats are so crazy that you can't deny it. If they're on losing teams and there's guys that are better than them, you're saying, well, they did really well but didn't have enough. And I'm going to give an example.
Hit me.
The Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, that's a good example.
He didn't win, but his
Good
stats were
example.
so good
Bananas.
that they said, you know what? We're going to give it to him. But in comparison, James Harden, LeBron James had phenomenal seasons, and even though LeBron won, they still gave it to somebody else because they thought that his season transcended winning. So now, if Patrick Mahomes had 3,800 yards passing, 31 TDs, and 2 INTs, but Watson had 4,000 yards, 40 TDs, and 2 interceptions, you say, dude, he killed Patrick Mahomes in every category. The only thing he didn't do was win, but that's not his fault. You got to give him the MVP because, bro, he killed all the stats with less. He's doing less with less, but he's close. You can't give a guy who's doing less with less.
But he's in there.
Of course, yeah.
He's in there like swimwear.
He's in there. He's in there. He's in there. I'm always going to. Listen, dude.
Listen, guys, we want to hear your thoughts. Everybody call in 609-807-2492. Let's talk to all of our listeners and get their thoughts. We want to hear what you guys are talking about. I get to listen to Johnny all the time.
But let me ask you a question here. Let me ask you this.
Ask away.
Who's gonna end up winning it at the end of the year? 2 winning teams, okay? Rodgers.
I think I locked it in week 3, I think it was. We said, right? I said the Packers, as long as Aaron Jones stays healthy and their running game stays healthy, Aaron Rodgers is a threat. I don't know who's a better triplet set. Right? You got Mahomes,
Mahomes,
Tyreek
Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce.
No, the running back. What's
Carlos
Hilaire? Edwards Hilaire. All right, so I don't know what. All right, so let's remove Hilaire because he's still been a little bit suspect. All right, even when he catches him out the backfield, he's starting to lose a little step.
I think what you want to do is who would you rather have?
No.
Kelsey Hill.
Who's a better triplet set? Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill, Jones, Rodgers, Devontae.
Yeah, that's. I mean, listen, for me,
I think that's more threatening. Because you get punched in the mouth and then you get hit with an uppercut.
That's a great question.
And then Rodgers hits you with the haymaker at the end of the game, even if you're down by 3.
That's a great question.
This guy's going to throw a Hail Mary from the 1-yard line.
That's a great question.
And some guy named Tanyan is going to run out and grab it. And it's going to bounce off of somebody, and it's going to and some guy with no name is going to catch it on his first day. And it'll be his first NFL catch, and it'll have broken some kind of NFL record.
How bad do you want to see that Super Bowl, bro?
I want to see that. I can taste it.
Come on, bro.
The closest thing
Is
I
that what
have
that
to that
taste is?
yeah, it tastes like copper.
Is that what that
tastes like pennies.
Dude,
We're going left, folks. We're going left real fast. All right. So let me tell you. So looking at that game, I haven't had. If I saw a game like that, the closest thing I think we would ever have had to that is I want to say 2 seasons ago, Kansas City versus the Rams when they had Todd Gurley, and the game was like I don't know 74 over or something like that.
It was Patriots.
It was 100.
It was Patriots Rams.
Nope. It was Chiefs and Rams.
Oh, you're
it was a late night
you're
game.
The regular season.
The regular season. No. The regular season.
Okay.
Late night game.
Oh,
and it was the barn burner.
What a game,
bro! It was I think the over was like 90 something or 80 something, and they scored like 115 points between the two of them.
Oh,
it was bananas.
One of the best games I ever saw.
If I see that in a Super Bowl,
I'll melt.
I'll have lived.
I'll melt.
I will have arrived, John.
I'll bro. Oh my God. I don't care what COVID restrictions. COVID restrictions could kiss my ass. You get a Packers Chiefs Super Bowl, dude. We're going.
We're in the building.
We're in the building. I'm throwing a party. They could call it a
I don't
super
care who
spreader.
wins.
I don't even
care who it is.
Oh man.
There's some Chinese-looking Puerto Rican guy running around naked in the field with a press pass on.
Dude, you imagine?
I'm going streaking.
I'm streaking. Dude,
I'm through the quads down to the gymnasium.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough time.
There's a dart in your neck, man. I love you, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, I would throw.
The slow motion laugh in that part was the funniest. It's just
Bro, dude,
one of the classic comedies of all time, bro.
I love it.
I love it. Oh, man. We have too much fun on here.
We do.
I apologize, folks. No, I'm not sorry. Never mind.
Who wins? Mahomes, Rodgers, that game. The game that we're gonna start a super spreader. Who
Oh,
wins?
yeah. We're going to start a super spreader.
Everyone's getting COVID at that party. Go ahead. Who wins?
I think I gotta say the Packers. I say the Packers win that game. If it's a barn
Almost
burner like
lost
that
my
and everybody's throwing, I'm going to tell you, as long as you don't lose your cookies, we're good. I mean,
Facts.
Rube doesn't have to come out here and wipe up. You get a game like that, I think you break NFL TV media records everywhere. I think if that game's over is like 60-something, I'm taking it.
The over might be more.
It's got to be. But I got to tell you,
I would take.
these two defenses are playing fairly well. You got Chris Jones being a monster down. Now they got him back, right?
Sick.
And
Frank
and-
Clark.
Absolutely. Green Bay can't stop a nosebleed on the ground, but man, you can't pass on them that well.
Dude, could you?
They're, I think, number 8th pass defense.
Could you imagine? I tell you right now, there's no scoring the first 10 minutes of any Super Bowl game. The first quarter is abysmal. There's no scoring.
All right, I'm going to tell you that game scores probably the over's 20 in the first quarter.
I would say I would take the under in the first half, no matter what it was. I'd take the under.
Because it's Super Bowl.
And I would take the over in the second half. I don't care if they said 100 points in the second half. I take it.
I'm telling you, I take the opposite because it's 2020. I'll take the over in the
Okay.
What's up?
Okay.
All right. All right, let's do it. All right, folks. PSA warning. We may go longer. I just wanted you guys to know because if we got extra time, 2 hours is not enough for you folks. Talk to me about it.
Unless in 45 minutes we just feel like we need an alcoholic beverage.
Hey, I mean, we can do that and then
to
come back.
recoup from the rails going on. To
Oh
the
no,
train going off the rails.
we're completely derailed. We're
Listen.
completely derailed.
I do have a question for you. Better movie. Because I just watched both.
Oh,
A Few Good Men or My Cousin Vinny.
I thought you were gonna say Trolls.
No. Well, Trolls.
A Few
World
Good
Tour.
Men
Trolls
or My
World Tour
Cousin
is my
Vinny. All right.
jam.
All right.
I'm gonna start a movie bracket next week.
Let's
a
do it.
movie
Let's do it.
bracket.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
90s movies, the greatest 90s movies.
I think My Cousin Vinny takes it because there's too many chip shots and one-liners in that. But A Few Good Men, the power lines in there. You need me on that line. You want me on that line.
Yep. Bro, that's
You don't want to know the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I'll tell you
You can't.
that scene.
But that movie took a lot to segue up into that. There was a couple exciting points, but it wasn't crazy.
Big time. Bro, Tom Cruise has got to be one of the most underappreciated actors ever.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Upper echelon.
You know what my favorite movie of all time is?
Porky's?
I would give you $1 million that I don't have. I would raise it if you could guess. Phenomenal movie. Good call.
That was a little 80s for y'all, but that's all right.
by
Just
the
let
way-
you know where I'm coming from.
By the way, the best is when he's doing the peeping Tom in the shower and dude, that's the best. That's such a great movie, bro. That's another underappreciated
That's
movie.
the best.
But let me tell you, Tom Cruise,
Hot dog in the bun.
best movie ever. My favorite movie of all time. Guess it. $1 million.
It's a Tom Cruise movie?
Tom Cruise movie. I'll even give you the fact that it's a Tom Cruise movie and you'll never guess it.
Tom Cruise movie. I don't know. Jack Reacher?
No, man. Best movie of all time in my opinion. And here's how I categorize movie. The reason why.
It's not Talk to Me Goose, is it?
No. Although great generational.
It's a top generational one.
But a movie for me is the storyline, the buildup of characters, the emotional attachment to the characters, right? And then the end not being able to see the end coming. Great guesses, by the way. Eric Mercado, Steve Mandel, Color of Money, Days of Thunder, both phenomenal. Days of Thunder is phenomenal.
Days of Thunder
But
is
no,
a great one.
The Last Samurai,
Last Samurai.
my
Wow.
favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, you definitely caught me by surprise. I didn't think
told
you're a
you.
Last Samurai kind of guy.
Can I tell you? During the movie, there's so many little intricacies that people don't notice or don't pick up on,
Yeah.
and how you can see it in regular everyday life, where there's a guy whose life has been judged by only being good at one thing. He is an alcoholic,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
And he goes to a foreign country to
A selfish alcoholic.
selfish alcoholic. He goes to a foreign country to essentially do what he's told to do, and he's they take him as a hostage situation essentially. They capture him prisoner, and what happens to him as a person, and then you
Transformation.
Then you see the connection. And the line, just exactly Steve Mandel just said, I will not tell you how he died, but I will tell you how he lived.
Amazing.
That last scene,
Amazing line.
even the conversation going up to the last scene, I had goosebumps. And I was like, bro, you could actually live that in your everyday life, where too many times now people look at obstacles in their life and not being able to overcome them, and look at all the negativity and say, that someone's defined by a certain action, but not about how they live their entire life. And I always say it when it comes to even MSR and my daughter, right? I tell my friends now, I tell everyone in my business, I want to leave behind a legacy that everybody remembers me by, where life is celebrated, right? That's what you can always hope, where a lot of people will get together and they'll celebrate life versus your death.
That's right.
And the movie to me is just, dude, it's transcendent, right? So
Absolutely.
So very few movies you look at and you think to yourself, wow, man, this is next level. So for me,
That just tells you how shallow I am. My favorite movie of all time is Predator.
that's pathetic.
100%.
I mean, that's really,
My second movie of all time is Forrest Gump.
that's also sad. Men of Honor. Men of Honor, once again, Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro. That one with the struggle of essentially racism inside
Yep.
Navy divers, right? And another phenomenal movie. Dude, I'm telling you, there are so many movies. So many movies that I grew up watching, 90s movies. That's why I say 90s movies. 90s were the greatest time to learn about music, movies, about culture, entertainment. Bro, the lineup: Jerry Maguire, Boys in the Hood, Men of Honor.
I'm surprised Jerry Maguire wasn't your
A Few Good
again
Men.
with Cuba Gooding.
Coming to America.
The classic.
To be loved! To be loved! No, and the neighbor's like, shut the F up!
Shut up! Yes! Fuck you too!
Yes, my brothers and sisters! I love that movie, man.
That's the best.
So it's
The barbershop scene was the ultimate lines in that movie.
the whole
That whole barbershop scene with him, Arsenio Hall, and who else was in there? Somebody else was in there. Come on, Cletus.
Perfect Storm, another one. I'm telling you, so many great movies in the 90s. And so many times now, people forget what we had an opportunity to really see. right?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Right now, it's everybody's just making Marvel movies and genre movies, and they're just copycatting remakes. It's a lot of remakes out there. How many times are you going to do Spider-Man?
Come on. Yeah, well, I mean, they're doing it better now.
Oh, listen, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but come on, 5 different Spider-Mans in the past. I mean, 4 movies. Jeez.
I'm actually the next Spider-Man, so you know.
I know.
How'd you know? That's not breaking news. I didn't break that till just now.
No, that's everybody knows. Who's
Insider
Spider-Man.
is there insider trading?
Peter Parker.
Who told you?
You're Peter.
Ghost, by the way, 1990.
Oh yeah.
Go Friday. Come on,
Oh,
bro. One of
classics,
the
bro.
classic
Classics.
comedies. Men in Black. Schindler's List.
Oh, Schindler's List.
The Bodyguard.
Absolutely.
The Truman Show.
Bodyguard was great.
Shawshank Redemption.
Redemption.
Come on, bro.
Bro.
The Sandlot. I mean, these are Jerry Maguire. Dude, this is incredible. Some of the greatest comedies, some of the greatest stories. Goodfellas, greatest mobster movies.
Casino.
The Sixth Sense, Casino, Pretty Woman. I mean, bro, you're never gonna see things like this. Edward Scissorhands. You're never gonna see movies like this. You're never gonna see it.
The best creativity out of the greatest minds.
Come on, man.
The greatest entertainment minds.
I really, we've lost it. We've lost it.
We've lost that love and feeling.
Bro, you went there.
I went there.
We've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. Bring it home, Goose. Whoa, that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, do-do, do-do, do-do. We are savages. Come on now.
Let's go.
Dude, let me tell you.
Is there a scout in the house? Thank you very
Is
much.
someone going to sign us here?
We got to get some.
American Idol?
We need it.
What's
Absolutely.
happening here? America's Got Talent?
Oh, let's do it.
America's got the greatest hosts?
America's got the greatest radio show of all time, baby.
Come on,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yo, come
Who's
on.
messing with us, man? Come on, man.
Oh, this is crazy.
Out of here.
Best sports movie, but not of the 4 major sports. Best sports
Best
movie,
sports movie,
but
not of
not baseball, hockey, football, basketball.
the Tin Cup.
Wow. That's a great movie. It's a great movie. Kevin Costner's sick.
Not even. I mean, Kevin Costner is an amazing actor.
Sick.
Absolutely, probably one of my favorite
Sick.
actors of all time. Top 5. That last scene was a microcosm of a man's life.
Dude, absolutely.
No, I'm gonna do this again until I get it.
Yep.
No, just take the drop. Just take the drop. I'm not taking the drop. You take the drop.
Just ask for directions. I'm not asking for directions.
100%. 100%. Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. I know what I have to do. I have to get this ball in that hole. It's going to go there. Go to your hole.
Bro, I'm telling you, great movie, right? And one may say Raging Bull, but one may say Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
One can, I'm gonna get into that in a second, right after this, because I'm gonna blow your mind with something. But these guys, dude, Days of Thunder may take it for me.
Days of Thunder was a great movie, man.
Days of Thunder
All-star cast.
may take it for me. I don't know. You know what the craziest thing is like, first of all, Nicole Kidman was a smoke show in the
100%.
movie. If I ever get
She always is.
if I ever got a doctor like that, my wife is in trouble. I mean,
Is that your whole pass?
I'm gonna be no. My whole pass is Cindy Crawford, but
Still?
yeah, still. She's 52, but it's never gonna change.
It's
She'll
okay.
be 82. It's never gonna change.
She'll always be 26 in my book.
Absolutely. But Rocky IV ended the Cold War. That's true, Eric Mercado.
Oh, talk to him, Eric. Talk to him.
But, dude, the fact that he's a motocross racer, goes in, never races a race car. They don't talk about his history, right? And then you see the struggle with him and what's his name when he gets the concussion, he can't race anymore.
Yep.
Takes over his car, loses his sponsorship.
Loses his spot.
Crazy roller coaster ride of a movie. I do love Days of Thunder, but maybe it's because I'm a Tom Cruise fan.
It's possible.
Is that why?
It's possible. No, but that was a good movie all around. You can't argue that point. Anybody puts that up against Tin Cup, I'm good.
I just read an article the other day of ranking the Rocky movies from worst to best.
Ranking the Rocky movies from worst to best.
Do you know that they had Rocky 4 as the worst?
What?
Could you imagine?
How could Rocky be 4?
So here was their rationale.
Bro, some of the best Rocky lines came out of that movie.
They said that
You can't win. You've seen him. You know how strong he is.
they said that it was too predictable. Okay?
So's every other sports movie.
They said that there was no build up. There was not enough build up of the.
They did a whole montage of the guy working out in the snow. How
They just knew that the storyline. They said did not. There was no attachment. You just knew Rocky was going to win the fight because he was avenging his friend. That was their reasoning. Then they said Rocky 5 was the next worst, which Rocky 5 is honestly the worst.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It's not even close.
It's absolutely worse.
And they claim that
Tommy Morrison.
Rocky 1, Rocky was the original Rocky was the best.
Well, nobody ever beats the original.
And then
I
they
understand
said
that.
Creed was number 2.
No way.
Crazy.
No way.
Crazy.
Rocky 5 was absolutely the worst Rocky ever.
So let's go.
You want to order them?
You know what I'm going to do? I want to go down. I'm going to do this right now.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So here we go. In the 10 spot, we have Rocky 5. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Worst sports movies?
In the Rocky
Or just
series.
Rockies. All
In
right.
the Rocky series. Hold on. You ready? I'm going to write them all down here, and then we can place them where we think. 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, and then we have Rocky Balboa, remember? And then you have, so what do I got here? This is that. We already have Rocky 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess it was
And then
8.
what, the two Creeds?
And Creed, yes. So we
And
have
the two
we have
Creeds?
all the Rockies and then Creed. Because there was 6 Rockies. And then Creed. Oh no, I have Rocky. It's Rocky 1. Okay. So in the last spot, Rocky 5.
Last spot, Rocky 5.
Okay, gotta be, right?
100%.
Okay. In the next spot under that, I think it's got to be Rocky Balboa, where he comes back to fight the heavyweight champion, Rockman. Remember?
Yeah. That's the next one, absolutely.
Okay.
Because 5 was horrible. It was a terrible storyline. It was very, very choppy.
Yep.
And it didn't keep true to the original Rocky movies.
I'm gonna say Creed 2.
Yep.
After
just because it's the Deuce.
Regurgitated.
Absolutely.
Now the son
And I gotta tell
fights
you,
the protege.
Creed 2 was very similar to Rocky, what was it, 3? Where he didn't want to fight him, then he wanted to fight Apollo, and then something else happened.
Yeah, the death of Mickey.
Yeah, there you go.
Mickey dies. He doesn't have the hard for it. He loses.
Right, so something
Mickey
happens.
dies. He's out of it.
And somebody's out of it, and then they got to bring him back, and then the other one feels.
And then Apollo comes back.
One
and
feels bad that the other one's not coaching him,
Yeah.
and it's a regurgitated line.
So Creed 2 to me, I love the acting. By default, I like the movie because Michael B. Jordan's phenomenal.
Yeah, he was a good actor. He played really well.
He's great. He's great as Apollo's son. The fact that he
Convincing boxing
He comes
skills,
out of Drago's son comes out of nowhere. Drago goes back. He's a shamed boxer. He's whatever the case may be. By the way, I didn't think they could find a bigger Russian until I saw Drago's son in the movie.
That guy was a monster.
That guy is, dude. I'm telling you right now, there is not a bigger human being on earth.
Nope.
When he stepped into the screen, I'm like, bro.
Takes up the whole camera screen.
It's ridiculous.
It's like Atlas.
Where do you find these human beings from?
Russia.
Seriously. Russia only.
100%.
Bro, they eat bricks. They eat bricks and drink vodka. That's it.
That's it.
It's ridiculous.
Brick vodka.
So next, brick vodka. Good call.
Effing brick vodka.
So Creed 2, right? Then next in this, I'm going to have to say
By the way, we want your opinions too. Let's call in 609-807-2492, fellas.
I'm gonna have to say Rocky 3 with
Yep.
Clubber Lang, Mr.
Yeah.
T. Okay.
Mr. T and wasn't what you call it in that too? Hulk Hogan?
Yes. Thunder Lips.
Thunderlips. Oh yeah. You can't forget that name.
Can't forget Thunder Lips.
Clubber Lang and Thunderlips.
And then I'm gonna go. In my opinion, I'm gonna go Creed. Here. I like the new storyline. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan's great. It refreshed it. I loved. But here's the problem. They follow the exact same storyline as the first Rocky with the first Creed. He fights the major champion. He loses his first time around, right? Same
gotta
setup.
redeem himself.
Got to redeem himself. It's all the same, right? So to me, it's like, whatever. And then next for me is going to be Rocky itself. Rocky 1. And even though it's the first of the series, I think Rocky 1 because Rocky's acting, he had to sell like a very dumb Italian guy, right? Who's been punched in the side of the head too many damn times.
Yep. That was before he really started.
Given an opportunity to do something that he never thought he would. Rocky himself wasn't, obviously, at that time, wasn't in good shape, right? And then all of a sudden, the next movie, he was like a chiseled monster.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go Rocky. Then I'm going to go Rocky 4. And then I'm going to go Rocky 2. I think
What puts 2 for number 1 for you?
so easy for me. I think that once again the build-up of characters. I think Apollo Creed, where he, he's talking about the newsletters and his reputation and integrity, talking about how he didn't really win, right? He should have never won that match. It was lucky. And then to see Rocky where, Mickey doesn't want to train him. And he, Adrian is in the hospital having their kid. And he doesn't know how to read, right? You see like how...
It's like real life.
Yeah, how far this guy, he's trying to do advertising but can't.
It really reaches to the crowd.
It
It's
reaches-
something you can understand, you can relate to.
And then Adrian comes out of the coma and she says, Rocky, just do one thing for me. Just win. And then
Just win,
and then
baby.
the music hits and you're like, I swear I'll knock any mofo out right now. Oh, dude. And it's, you go in there and the brawl, and at the end, and he screams in the camera, yo, Adrian, we did it. And it's like, you look at this, you're like, man, this guy had to learn how to read.
Ultimate
His wife
feel-good
was
story.
pregnant, working at a pet shop.
Ultimate
Like,
feel good.
yeah, dude, like that's real life, man. So that to me is just, I don't know. That's
Steve Mandel brings up do the right thing. I like that one, Steven. Do
that
the right thing.
that to me is just
Classic 90s.
classic 90s.
The start of hip hop.
This guy.
Yeah, man.
That to me is just that to me is what it is. Grudge Match, by the way, surprisingly enough, it didn't get crazy reviews, but I actually loved Grudge Match. I don't know if did you see Grudge Match?
Yes, I saw
You
a
saw
grudge
it?
match. Yeah.
First of all, you could put De Niro with a cardboard box. He's phenomenal. And De Niro and Stallone are amazing together. De Niro, their sarcasm is great. I love the storyline of, De Niro essentially smashes Rocky's girl, like at around the time they're going to fight.
Yeah.
And, he holds this grudge for 30 years
No, but
until
the guy
they're
throws
old.
it in his face again
Throws it in
30
his
years
face,
later.
yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
And it's listen, man.
And the only person can drop lines like that is De Niro.
De Niro.
De Niro look at you with those two little beady eyes and say something slick to you, and you don't know what to do. Yeah, yeah, right.
I mean, it's listen, and then he finds out he's got a son years later, and he comes to the house to visit his son. De Niro just trying to be a good dad, and bro, once again, man, the storyline for me says it all. And that last fight at the end, it's cool, man. You know, and you saw a little bit with the Tyson Roy Jones kind of like you made, you know, this grudge match. It made you
Right.
feel like, you know, the nostalgia takes over.
Yes, it does.
And I think they did look like two used wax figures. That's very, very true. Eric, that's a good call there. But I have to, but for me, you know, I think a lot of what I do, I think in my everyday life, as you start to get to a certain point, you start to appreciate the stuff that you had at one point. Mm-hmm. And I always continuously go back to it. And I don't know why, it just makes me happier than anything else in the world. And when you see guys, you know, when they talk about like Tyson coming out of retirement,
Yeah, I love that. You get that euphoric nostalgia.
absolutely, there's nothing appealing about watching an old man fight in the ring. There's nothing.
No.
By the way, it makes me cringe because I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Absolutely.
It just makes me actually like sick, right? But when you hear it, you're like, that's awesome.
It was the best.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm all in on
I was
it.
excited. I was watching that fight, and I felt like a kid again. I felt like I was 18 watching Mike Tyson's first fight. I mean, he said it after the fight. It was like he was a kid again. He was a beginner. He hadn't done it in 15 years.
I think it goes back to how much we don't have of that anymore,
Yeah.
right? And maybe it's my lack of ability at 35 to connect to anything really new. You know, I don't know what it is. I just, you know, I watch some of the movies that come out now, and unless it's a movie that ties into a previous movie like a Star Wars, and even, by the way, like some of the newer Star Treks with Chris Pine,
Right.
which are phenomenal, I have a hard time connecting with this stuff, dude. There's nothing, you know.
It's just not the same. to
It's
me.
not.
It's not Captain Kirk.
And I'll always tune into a movie now that has the actors I grew up watching.
Yep.
So I'll take a De Niro fighting, looking like a wax candle figure, right? Than some newer guy, you know, with the same storyline. I don't know. It just, you're looking at it, you're like, it's just not the same,
It's not.
you know?
It's lost that touch.
And it's crazy because you can tell, I feel like you can tell the producers feel it too. Because why would you bring back 30 years later Top Gun?
Yep.
Why? Why would you bring back 25 years later
Trying to rekindle something.
Independence Day?
Didn't
There's-
they do that twice?
Jurassic Park? Why? Bro, I'm waiting for another Tombstone. If they do Tombstone, I'm gonna, you
Another
know,
one of those Wild West movies?
yeah, they're gonna bring back Val Kilmer, who, by the way, looks like, you know, he's been sipping on Grandpa's old cough medicine for too
Nah.
long.
Dennis Quaid as the Doc was my favorite.
That movie was another legendary movie, by the way. Legendary.
Oh.
Best sports movie of the four major sports.
Wow.
Impossible.
Yeah, you'd have to. There'd be like at least 10 in the top. I mean, vying for the number one spot.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I mean, let's run through them.
Let's run through
Does it
'em.
have to be of the 90s, or just best sports
No.
movie of the four major
No,
sports?
Major sports. I'm gonna put down. Remember the Titans.
Absolutely. Remember the Titans?
I'm gonna put down Rudy. Is that fair?
I like Rudy.
Okay. I'm gonna put down Hoosier.
Okay.
I'm gonna put down. What was the one that I just
The Ernie Davis story.
the Ernie Davis story?
Yeah, I forgot what the movie's called.
Wait, you talking about Radio? Is that what it is?
The Express.
The Express. I wouldn't put that up on my top 10 because I don't even know what the hell that is.
All right. Go home and watch it.
Okay,
Go home and watch it. I guarantee you, you're like, oh yeah, you know what? That may. And it's a more recent movie. I think it's 2007 or 2008 film.
The Replacements.
I wouldn't put The Replacements up there. It's more of a comedy.
Okay.
Over, yeah, man, comedy with a
My-
little slapstick.
My favorite, Draft Day.
I like
Another
Draft Day.
Another Kevin Costner
Absolutely.
vehicle.
8 Men Out.
8 Men Out. Don't know that one. Who's in it?
We got a lot of movie watching to do this weekend, my friend.
I know, but 8 Men Out. If you can't even tell me who's in it, that can't be that groundbreaking. No. I mean, I don't understand. How could you tell me a movie but not really even?
No,
know
I'm
it?
not. It's an all-star cast.
But you don't know anybody?
No, I'm going to tell you.
This is the oddest all-star cast of all time.
No. There's
it-
so many.
is
It's like John Cusack.
Is it the all-star cast of B cast members?
No,
Oh,
it's here we go. Cast. All right, John Cusack, Clifton James, Michael Lerner, Christopher Lloyd, John Mahoney, Charlie Sheen, David Strathern or whatever,
By the way, it's another one. Major League.
DB Sweeney.
Dabo,
Major League definitely
Dabo
clack it.
Sweeney was in it.
Dabo Sweeney. No, DB Sweeney as Shoeless Joe Jackson. And Don Harvey.
Yeah, I don't know any of these guys.
Oh, bro, you got to watch that movie. Classic.
Okay. Ready? Here we go.
No, I'm not going to do
Field of Dreams.
Wow, bro. Major Field of Dreams. Major.
You got to put that up there.
That's major. Wow, it's a big one. Moneyball.
Moneyball. Oh, great minds think alike, man.
Moneyball. Let's see here. Moneyball. White Man Can't Jump. Phenomenal movie.
Absolutely.
Moneyball was awesome.
The Program.
You know what we're gonna do? You know
Let's
what I
do
want
it.
to do?
Let's do it.
What
do you want to do?
I want to do a major sports bracket.
Okay.
I want to put, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's comprise a list of 32 teams, 32 movies.
Okay.
We'll seed them. Okay?
Okay.
We'll seed them. Do we seed them 1 through 32 or do we seed them 1 through 16, 1 through 16?
No, we see them 1 through 16 and 1 through 16. So that this way we can, so number 1 and 2 will both be the 1 spots.
Okay, you know what we're
So
going
that
to do?
this way we can line them up and we can have our callers call in and change any of our picks.
Furthermore, what we're going to do is we're going to put up a poll.
I'm excited. A poll.
We're going to put up a
How
poll.
tall is the poll?
Every single week, it's 3'2", same size as me.
Okay.
Every single week, we're going to put up the bracket matchups and the movies that are picked. We'll move on and we'll talk about them during the show.
Absolutely.
All right.
I like it.
So essentially, we'll have 4 rounds: Sweet 16, Elite
Okay.
8, Final 4, Championship.
Championship.
Okay, and well, no, the round of 32, then Sweet 16. So yeah,
Well, yeah, of course.
So we'll put up a poll each week. We'll write the 32. All the Rockies will be in there. Varsity Blues. We'll do all movies. Tin Cup. Invincible.
I like that.
Um,
Classic story about the average Joe.
Invincible. Yeah, we'll have them all. We'll get them down, and we'll make a bracket, and we'll do it. Let's see what.
Oh, here you go. Top 30. Top 30 based on from the Chicago Tribune. Let me just run through them real quick just to give you guys an idea. All right, so we're looking at number 30. We're going to start from the bottom up. Love and Basketball, my wife's favorite.
I'm gonna
Number
write.
29, I, Tonya.
No, I don't know what that is.
Is that the Nancy Kerrigan story?
Oh, it's gotta be.
Tanya Harding, yep. I, Tonya, yeah, the 1994 bid, the Olympic bid. Absolutely. Wow, I got to go back and watch that then. I think that came out 2017.
Remember the Titans is
Remember the
28?
Titans came out number 28?
Wow.
Oh, we got to. Oh, Rudy's 27. Look at it. Our top our 25 are.
Go ahead.
Our numbers 25 are the best. Are the their
Well,
tops. Let's see,
Chariots of
26
Fire.
Chariots
I
of
couldn't put
Fire.
that in
Wow.
there. Even though it's a game, I can't put it in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, if Caddyshack,
Caddyshack.
but if Chariots of Fire is above Raging Bull, then I don't know. This list is
Nah,
sus.
it's
then I don't
Fugazi.
trust this
Yeah.
list. It's sus.
Nah, it's Fugazi. Go ahead.
All right, let's see. Field of Dreams.
got
All right,
that.
we got that. Bend It Like Beckham.
No, I'm not
I don't
putting
know.
it
I
there.
think that's more of a
Nope.
kids movie. I mean, feel good. I mean, growing up.
I'm not putting that there.
Downhill Racer.
Nope.
No. Invictus. Downhill Racer. I'd rather put in the Jamaican bobsled team movie.
That list is stretched.
This is really stretched.
Happy-
All right, so
I
Happy
mean,
Gilmore.
Happy-
Okay,
I'm gonna put it. I don't know if
I'd
it
put
makes
Happy
my list.
Gilmore.
I don't know
though.
if it makes my list.
No, this
Go ahead.
sports
Miracle,
comedy movies. That's got to be
Miracle,
like in the top 5.
Miracle, definitely.
Miracle, definitely.
Next.
The Natural.
The Natural.
How did I forget about that
The
one?
Natural. Okay.
And we've brought that up on the show
Yep.
before. Girl Fight.
No. Next.
You don't like Girl Fight.
Nah,
Listen,
I'm
I'm
not
a big
a fan,
boxing
not a fan.
fan, so I
Not a
thought
fan.
it was a tough sporting movie.
Moneyball,
Moneyball,
we
you
got
got it. The Harder They Fall. I wouldn't put that up
I'm
there.
definitely getting rid of Rocky Balboa out of this list. I'm getting rid
The
of
Wrestler?
Rocky 5.
Yeah. I mean, let's just put the top 3 Rocky movies. Let's just put Creed 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky 4.
What if we just put Rocky 2, 4, and Rocky without Creed? Or you
Yeah,
want
that's fine. I'm good with that. No, because the Creed is a spinoff.
Okay, let's go.
That's fine. All right, The Wrestler, The Karate Kid,
Do we put that?
the new one or the old one? I mean, everybody knows wax on, wax off, brother.
Yeah. All right, let's yeah, all right.
All right, so we'll try to keep it. If we can't fill it in, that'll be a filler.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Because it's I mean, it's martial arts. I respect martial arts, not as I mean.
I do too, but
It's
that's
not-
a stretch.
Yeah. You'll respect martial arts a little more. You get in the ring, brother. All right. Major League. All right, it's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Pride of the Yankees, the 1942 movie.
No. Nothing with Yankees. in it,
Creed is
whatever.
number 10? No
Joke.
way.
Go ahead.
Creed is number 10. Rocky is number 9. No way. Slapshot.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a funny one.
Hoosiers is there.
Yep, got it.
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham. Yep.
The Hustler.
No,
I wouldn't put it up there, but
I wouldn't either.
let's see. A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
You got to put that in there. You got to put that in there.
Wow. Yep.
That might be top 10.
Yep.
3, Breaking Away.
No.
Brian's Song.
Brian's Song.
Yep.
Forgot about that one. Okay.
All right, Raging Bull.
Okay.
Raging Bull was their number 1. All right, so we're going to have a lot of fillers in this
I feel
because
like-
there's a lot of suspects.
So I have 26 right now. I can't. Why am I missing? Bro, how about Southpaw? That was a crazy
I like
movie.
Southpaw.
Southpaw.
I like Hurricane better.
What about Cinderella Man? With Russell Crowe?
Yeah, I mean, I like Cinderella Man. I feel like the boxing movies, it might be above one of the boxing movies that we got on there.
Okay.
But I don't think. But since we need fillers, we can put that in.
Any Given Sunday?
Any Given Sunday,
Friday Night Lights?
Friday Night Lights. We said Remember the Titans, right?
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. What do I got? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 30. I need 2 more.
All right, let's see.
What am I missing here, man?
Let's
See, I feel like the best fighting movie was Warrior. With Hardy and what's his name?
Yeah.
The brothers. I feel like that's a much better
Warrior.
fighting movie. Yeah, much better.
Let's see. They got
Bro,
never,
how about
Never Back Down in
how about
here.
The Sandlot?
Trouble with the Curve. Oh, Sandlot. Absolutely. You got Draft Day in there, right?
Yep, of course.
Warrior's a strong one.
I like
like it.
Warrior a lot. Okay.
Little Giants.
Nah, Warrior. I like, all right.
I like Little Giants better than Warrior. just
So
let
we
you
have
know.
now we gotta make a bracket here.
Oh, The Blind Side.
I thought that movie was dumb.
You thought it was dumb? No
So
way.
Stupid.
No, I thought it was a great movie.
Terrible.
It showed a lot about college sports.
Bleh. Bleh. Ooh. Wow. Jason Pilara coming in clutch. Jay, I can't. How can we forget, bro?
Oh, absolutely.
Space Jam, and Best of the Best, which was the best karate movie ever.
Best of the Best was good.
Wow. Best of the Best. I'm gonna take out.
And it was breaking down martial arts as a sport, as a team sport.
Yes. I'm gonna take Best of the Best. Okay. And Space Jam, definitely, dude. Come
Definitely
on.
Space Jam. Mike, it's the
Wait,
GOAT.
you want to take out,
So you got Uncle Drew.
should we take out 8 Men Out?
Take 8 Men out.
Okay.
Because you got what you call it, the other one in there. The other
Bro,
classic.
I'm going to read this list. You ready? This is as solid of a sports list as you're going to get. You ready for it? Rocky 2, Rocky 4, Rocky.
Coach Carter.
Raging Bull, The Natural, Miracle, Happy Gilmore, Caddyshack, Love and Basketball, Slapshot, Bull Durham, A League of Their Own, Brian Song, Cinderella Man, Any Given Sunday, Sandlot, Remember the Titans, Rudy, Hoosier, The Express, The Replacements, Draft Day, Space Jam, Major League, Field of Dreams, Moneyball, White Men Can't Jump, Tin Cup, Invincible, Best of the Best, Friday Night Lights, Warrior. That's phenomenal.
Wow.
Now we got to make a bracket. Now we got to make a bracket.
Let's see. Ali, Invincible, Talladega Nights, Remember the Titans, Caddyshack, Cool Runnings, White Man Can't Jump, The Phenom.
No, I think this list is good. I mean, maybe we can get rid of Slapshot, maybe, if you want to get rid of Slapshot, but I think we keep it.
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of Slapshot.
And put what? Coach Carter? Is that what
You want to put The Longest Yard?
All right, we'll put the longest yard. That's fine. That's okay. I'll get rid of Slapshot and put the longest yard. I'm okay with that. Okay.
Because it's either Slapshot, Longest Yard, or you said you got Invincible in there?
Yep.
Oh, so you got Invincible.
Yep. Now we got to make a bracket.
Tin Cup, Blindside, Karate Kid, Fire Babylon, Ali, More Than a Game, Fever Pitch.
That's a great list.
$1 Million Arm?
It was a good movie.
No,
but,
we already got Moneyball in there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like it.
Jason Pilar says you got to keep slap shit.
You got to keep slap shit?
Yeah.
Why?
I think he forgot the O. And
If he
put
can
it
sway,
I.
no, it's okay. No, he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
It's all right. That's why I love the guy. If you can sway me, Jason, then put a comment in there. Let me know or call in, and tell and maybe we'll keep it if you can sway us. Other than that, Slapshot's going home.
Other than that, sway this. Yeah.
He also said Rookie of the Year, so now you got to worry about
Yeah, he's a little sus.
the source. Yeah,
He's
it's a little
sus.
sus.
He's a little sus. But it's
Space Jam was a classic. The Gladiator, bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah. Nah, I'm all right with this. Now we got to rank them, right? We got to rank them, put a bracket together, put a picture up, and put the polls up, and see what people say. I think if I had to look at this list, my preemptive winner of this, I think people are going to say Rocky 4. That's not the movie that I'm not going to say what movie I think is the best until the end. You and I will put our picks down separate. But I think Rocky 4 wins this. Who do you think takes this whole thing?
Wow, this is a. I gotta lean over. Hold on,
Sorry, here.
man. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be between Raging Bull and. Wow, I think it's gonna be between Raging Bull and Field of Dreams.
Raging Bull and Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams is legendary.
It's absolutely.
There's a lot of legendary movies here. A League of Their Own, there's not a time when it's on TV when I don't watch it.
Oh, 100%.
Every time. And there's not a time where...
And I know all the lines.
At the end of the movie, when they open up the Hall of Fame for the women and they come back, Dad, I'm not teary-eyed.
Absolutely.
I love
As
that
soon
movie.
as they show Stillwell.
Oh, my God, man. I'm done. It's a wrap.
As soon as they show little Stillwell as the what you call it, with the bow tie on, and he's like, yeah, she didn't make it, Mom didn't make it. Offs.
Yep.
Porn. Waterworks.
Waterworks.
All day.
It's bad, bro.
Tom Hanks
Tom Hanks. Great.
in that movie.
Great.
Absolutely.
Great.
Classic. Phenomenal.
Shoot, man.
Did he win an award for that?
If he didn't, someone should be shot for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, dude, I think steaming, beaming. Any given Sunday, Jamie Foxx, great performance in that. Another Al Pacino
Absolutely.
vehicle. Sandlot, classic as a kid.
You had to scratch with your nails for every inch.
Every inch. Moneyball. Moneyball and Draft Day are transcendent movies because you're not watching the sport as much as diving into
You're
it.
watching a story
Yeah.
about the sport
Yeah.
and how it changes people's lives.
Yeah.
I mean, that trade to trade down, to trade back up, to double up his picks, and then trade back and still get the extra pick and still get the kid that he wanted.
At the end, he's in the draft.
And take the kid that he wanted early
Yeah.
once he traded back just so that the kid could get paid.
And the crazy thing is,
Bananas.
the owner comes in, starts yelling at him.
Oh,
his
you don't
team-
know what you're doing. We're going to blow this up, blah, blah, blah.
And he's like, and he says to him, if at the end of this isn't what you like or what you wanted your team to be, you can fire me.
And then he said something like, you don't even have to fire me. I'll walk out, damn it.
Yeah. And then he's on the phone, and you see he pushes everyone's in the room. And he's like, he puts his hand up for them to be quiet, and the guy accepts the trade. And I'm holding my breath the whole time. So I'm like, dude, make the trade, bro. Make the trade, bro.
And I want to get that feeling one day with the Jets.
Yep.
I want to get that feeling one day. I mean, I want to
He's
feel
like,
that feeling.
Make
man.
the deal, you pancake eating mother effer.
Yeah, man.
I love that movie, man. Nah, but I told you, Draft Day to me is my favorite. It's my favorite sports movie because I get that. Like, I always wanted to be an agent.
It definitely shows the level of anxiety in those positions.
Oh my God, we are the dumbest of all time. What movie am I taking out here?
Hold on.
The Express, bro. Jerry Maguire. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro.
If you're gonna put in Jerry Maguire, you got to take out. I'd probably take out Warrior.
No, Warriors though, it's great, bro. Warriors are phenomenal. Have you seen it?
All right, so then take out.
If you watch Warrior, guarantee
No,
lunch.
I've seen parts of it.
No.
I haven't watched the whole thing through, but I'll watch it tonight, 100%.
Dude, I'll watch it at the same time again, bro. This movie, the premise of it. Hear this?
I might take out Best of the Best then.
No way. You're sick.
What?
You watch Best of the Best?
Yes. All five or six.
No, just one. No, just
No,
the
one
first.
was good. One was good. Two was okay.
Bro, where he fights the guy at the end that killed his brother.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. And then he has
But
mercy on him.
But what about Bloodsport? Bloodsport is the same thing, just without a team.
Wow, Bloodsport. Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Bloodsport.
no. Oh no.
Kickboxer.
Oh no.
You want to put fighting movies in? Put fighting movies in.
All right. So here we go. All right, so hold on. Jerry Maguire.
And you're not going to put Enter the Dragon? You want to talk about team
Not
fighting?
Into the Dragon. No, not Into the Dragon.
Oh, it's two up there. It's two up there. It's two up
Jerry
there.
Maguire.
It's legendary.
Jerry Maguire's in.
Jerry Maguire.
Do we replace Love and Basketball, Caddyshack, or The Longest Yard?
The Longest Yard. They're both comedies, even the
Longest
original.
Yard is definitely Bloodsport. Wow. See, now we're cooking here,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Now we're full steam ahead.
Absolutely.
This is a
the wheel
list.
is turning, baby.
You just made the list.
Ah, yeah.
This is a list.
Oh, man. You guys are in for it. You guys are in for a treat.
There's a lot of number one seeds in here.
Oh, yeah. Nah, but we're going to break this down tonight. Me and you're going to be on the... Oh, Blue Chips. Oh, Jason Pilara. Jason Pilara, you're making this very difficult for us.
We have Bull Durham, Jay. We
Let's
have Bull
see.
Durham. Nah, going.
Youngblood, I don't know about Youngblood. Youngblood's good, but it's more of a family story than just the hockey. Let's see.
You know what actually is a great underrated movie? Another Kevin Costner vehicle. McFarlane USA.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put that up there with these.
I'm not. I really loved it. I loved the movie. That was a great movie. Yep. Wow, this is going to be bro. Wow. This is going to be hard to rank, bro.
Oh, man.
Wow.
We have our work cut out for us.
Dude, I'm looking at this. Mercado, this is impossible, dude. This is really impossible. I mean,
It's amazing. But we're going to get through it. You know why?
we're the greatest of all time.
Because we're the greatest
No, I mean, that's
of
not.
all
Yeah,
time,
that's
brother.
Not even, that's not quite. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, number one
Marshall?
movies. Number one movies
Wow.
could be potential number one movies could be Rocky 4 or Rocky 1. Okay. A League of Their Own.
You want to put Marshall in there?
I like what we have here. Field of Dreams. Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Bull Durham. Bro, these could all be potential number one movies.
Absolutely. That's why I said we're going to have to take the number 1, 2, like 1
Holy
through 6
snapples.
seed and put those as the 1, 2, and 3 seeds.
Holy snapples.
On both sides.
Wow. Bro, this is intense.
Bro.
Because you have to understand the number 16 seed. Okay, can we agree? You know what? I think would be easier. I think Love and Basketball is a 16 seed. I
Do it from the back up?
I think Brian's Song is a 16 seed.
I don't think Brian's Song is a 16 seed. It's at least middle of the pack.
All right, my next was Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, Happy Gilmore.
Okay, so-
Comedies, they're great and they tell good stories, but they're comedies.
Okay, so
You
hold
know
on.
what I mean?
So 16 and 16. Okay, that's fine. 15 seed.
Like I think Major League was a comedy that definitely showed you more and definitely told you about the game and told a different story.
15
every
seed.
aspect.
I would have to go
Replacements.
the Replacements, and I would have to go Replacements, and I would have to go. Hold on, and I would have to go. Then
Any Given Sunday.
Happy Gilmore.
Don't we have?
No, Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I thought you put them on the other side already.
No. Okay. 14 seed. 14 seed. I'd have to go.
14 seat.
It's starting to get real. Now it's getting tricky.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
So yeah, go Friday Night Lights. And then
Wow. Bro, this is.
Wow.
Wow. Cinderella Man. It's got to be
Yeah.
Cinderella Man.
yeah, it's getting murky now.
Now it's getting real.
Now it's getting murky.
Yeah. Now 13.
13.
Wow.
Wow. 13.
I feel like I'm disrespecting.
Best of the best or Invincible?
I feel like.
Because I like Best of
Yeah.
the Best, but it's a personal fave.
Well,
it's not
I'm gonna go Invincible for sure.
Invincible. All right. 13
Yep.
seed. Wow, this is tough.
This is incredible.
We're really going to have all those Rockies in there?
What? Dude, they're all
What do we got,
phenomenal.
2 Rockies?
3. You have to.
I feel
Dude,
like there's so
they're
many other
groundbreaking.
genres you want to. All right, so let's go. All
Okay.
right, so let's do
Rocky 2.
yep, because it's a sequel.
Okay. So we have our we're up to we have our 13, 14, 15, 16 seed on both sides.
Wow.
Okay. And then I guess we can put Warrior
Warrior and Best of the Best.
and Best of the Best. There are 12 seeds, and the 12 seeds always favor well against the 5 seeds, by the way, so everyone
Yes.
knows. Okay,
Unless the 5 seed is Bloodsport.
that's true. then you screwed the pooch.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay.
so I think here we're gonna go Brian's Song and Space Jam.
Brian's Song, I can get down with that. Brian's Song, Space Jam.
Only because I mean it's Looney Tunes, it's the 2 goats, Bugs and what you call it, but it's still cartoons, still comedy,
Okay.
and imaginary.
Okay. Wow, bro, this is very tough.
This is
Sandlot
all right. So we're gonna go Sandlot and Any Given Sunday
and Any Given Sunday. I like that. Good choice.
because I think the rest of the sports movies are a little deeper.
deep. They're deep in the
Mad
streets.
deep, yo,
Deep in the streets.
all up in the streets.
Okay.
All right, and then here we're gonna go.
Wow, look at this. Look at this list, bro. Come on. We'll go
Yeah, this
Major
is
League.
hard. Major League and White Man Can't Jump.
Major League and White Man Can't Jump. I like that. So we got the 9 seed.
9 seeds.
9 seed. Okay.
All right, then I got to go Rudy.
Wow. This low?
I got to go. I look at the rest of them. Tin Cup, Moneyball, Field of Dreams, Remember the Titans, Hoosiers, Jerry Maguire, Rocky.
Wow.
Anything Rocky.
Wow.
Raging Bull.
Wow.
The Natural.
Wow.
Bro, did you remember that spot in The Natural when he hits the lights
Okay, so here.
and he calls it?
So Hoosier, and we'll go Rudy.
And we'll go Rudy.
Okay. This just feels so wrong. Okay.
I know.
All right.
It feels so wrong, but you know it's so good.
It feels good.
On the whole.
All right.
All right, so here we're going to go. I think we go Miracle and the Natural.
Miracle and the Natural.
Or the Miracle and Jerry Maguire, or Miracle and the Natural?
No, the Natural, definitely. Dude, Jerry Maguire's got to be up higher, bro.
I mean, but it's going to, you got 10 left. It's going to be in the 5 seeds, right? After we pick these next
Well,
two.
now we're at the 6 seeds.
All right, now I'm going Bloodsport.
Now we're going Bloodsport. Okay. We're going-
Bloodsport, probably Bloodsport, and maybe Rocky 4.
I think Rocky 4.
You
is
think
way
Rocky
up.
4's higher?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, Eric did bring up a point. It did get into the Cold War.
It ends the Cold War.
It ended the Cold War.
All right, I guess we have to go Jerry Maguire here.
All right, so we'll go Jerry Maguire, and Bloodsport in the
Okay.
6 seeds. Now for the number 5 seeds.
Number 5 seeds. We're gonna go.
I think you put Moneyball and Tin Cup. As classics as they are,
Oh my god.
because I feel the movies that tell the story of the history of the sport have a trump card.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because they become a classic.
They're huge.
So huge.
Okay.
So I don't know how amazing it's going to be to everybody else, but it's
huge.
just huge.
Just
and,
huge.
and I think huge
It's-
doesn't even begin to describe how big and amazing and so hugely awesome everything is.
awesome.
Awesome.
I think it's
And when we're-
it's underrated.
it's
I was trying to say
underrated.
It's awesome.
It's so awesome. I mean, I can't even think of another word. It's just so awesome.
For here, I go
Bull Durham Raging Bull.
Bull Durham, Raging Bull. The number 4 seeds are strong.
Wow. Wow, it is up there.
Wow.
Wow. So here I have to go.
I put Draft Day.
All right, so Draft Day and Remember the Titans. It's either Remember the Titans or League of Their Own.
I know, bro. No, I remember the Titans got to be there. Okay. Now the number 2 seed, I'd have to go Rocky and A League of Their Own.
Yep.
And
Gina
then-
Davis, baby.
And then the number 1 seeds will be Rocky
4 and Field of Dreams.
and
I
Field
told
of
you.
Dreams.
Look at that. Field of Dreams.
Wow.
I think Field of Dreams takes it
Wow.
with a stunning all-star cast.
Wow. Look at these brackets.
Bro, this is bananas.
This
It's
is intense.
pandemonium.
Wow. All right.
So for all my listeners out there, all our listeners out there,
Here we go. You
we
ready?
have just broken this down.
I'm
John, take it to the house.
I'm gonna go through it. We have 2 brackets, 1 through 16. What are we gonna call the brackets? Give me a name for them. I can't spell out. So you're gonna have to give me a name.
Can you spell that?
Still can't spell that.
All right. All right. So bracket 1 is going to be Fight Me For It.
Bracket 1 is Fight Me For It. Okay.
Bracket number 2 is If You List Them, They Will Come.
Okay. That's a long name. That's a long name. That's a
All
long
right,
name.
all
That's a
right,
long
all
name.
right,
That's a long name.
I don't know. You come up with a second name.
All right, I'll figure it out.
Bro, you
Okay,
gotta make yourself useful in here.
so
you can't do all the thinking.
So bracket number 1. Bracket number 1. Your 16 seeds. Rocky 4 at the 1. Rocky 2. Remember the Titans 3. Bull Durham 4. Tin Cup 5. Bloodsport 6. The Natural 7. Rudy 8. Major League 9. Sandlot 10. Brian Song 11. Best of the Best 12. Rocky 2 is 13. Cinderella Man is 14.
I'm going to tell you, we got to leave this open because after you watch The Express tonight, I promise you, you're going to move something off that list. I promise you.
All right.
Probably Love and Basketball. I can get rid of that crap.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm out on that movie. That movie's lit.
All right. It's
Wow,
a good movie.
bro. These are Field of Dreams, A League of Their Own. Dude,
These
this
are heavy
side,
hitters, bro.
This side is ridiculous.
The
Field
heavy
of
hitters. We're going to
Dreams-
change that to heavy hitters.
Field of Dreams, A League of Their Own, Draft Day, Raging Bull, Moneyball, Jerry Maguire, Miracle, Hoosiers, White Man Can't Jump, Any Given Sunday, Space Jam,
Change that name to
Warrior,
The House.
Invincible, Friday Night Lights, The Replacement. It's
you
sick.
can't. Just do right to the house on there.
Wow.
To the house.
Dude, this is crazy.
I think List 2 takes it.
Wow. Wow. That's an incredible lineup.
And folks, thank you. I just want to give a shout out to Sal Angeletti for giving us a couple minutes of his time. He's going to be a little bit behind, so he let us run over and spill over into his time. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for everybody for hanging in there.
Bro,
And we're still going.
I have the I'm putting this in their brackets right now.
Uh-oh. Bracketatious.
And dude, you ready for these matchups?
Bracketology at its best, folks.
Bro, this is
John's getting excited.
I am. I can't help it. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's got to be my cologne. If you got suggestions, guys, please call in 609-807-2492. My Sports Radio with your hosts, John Entel and
You
Dan
ready?
Mercado.
You ready for this?
Talk to
Bro,
me, Goose.
first round matchups.
I was born ready.
First round matchups. Field of Dreams against Love and Basketball. I don't think it's comparable.
What a slaughter.
You ready? Draft Day against Friday Night Lights. Football goes at it.
Wow. Draft day
Moneyball.
and Friday Night Lights.
Moneyball against Warrior.
The two extremes of the sport.
The two extremes. Moneyball against Warrior. Miracle against Any Given Sunday. Hoosiers against White Men Can't Jump. Another basketball matchup. Jerry Maguire against Space Jam. Tom Cruise and Cuba against Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny. Raging Bull against Invincible. And A League of Their Own against
So
the
you want to put a
Replacements.
poll up on the page?
We're going to put a poll up for each matchup.
That's what I'm saying. We put a poll up for each matchup in
Yes.
the bracket, and we let our listeners pick them out.
We let the listeners
And we light a match under them. That's right.
and we light a match.
We burn the thing to the ground, baby.
Wow. And the other one, first matchup is Rocky 4 against Caddyshack. And Rocky 1 against Happy Gilmore.
Poor Caddyshack.
Then it's Remember the Titans against Cinderella Man. And Bull Durham against Rocky 2.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Tin Cup.
That's a classic matchup.
Tin Cup against Best of the Best. Bloodsport against Brian Song. The Natural against Sandlot. That's pretty cool. And Rudy against Major League, the 8 and 9 seed.
Wow. That is a good matchup. Rudy versus Major League.
Major.
Wow.
I love this, dude.
I say, you Joe Bull. I do it myself.
This is great.
I love it. That was a great idea, John.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You know,
No, thank you.
sometimes something bops me over the head. I get it right.
Sometimes the hamster, does its job.
The hamster's on overtime. In this
Oh,
life.
yeah.
You know, do you hear it?
I hear it.
Listen, dude. Something that obviously I love to do is as a dad, first and foremost, get home to my little girl.
100%,
Right.
brother.
So, guys and girls, as much as I could sit next to my co-host forever and ever and ever, and I don't know if anybody caught it, but if you're watching simulcast, there was a change. I don't know if anybody saw it.
Did you guys notice?
There's a change in the
Can the kid get
logo.
some love?
There's a change in the logo, the main logo of the show. So, for everyone who knows, obviously, this was My Sports Radio with John and Tell, from May on, right? And few months in, I was down and out. I gave Mercado a call and said, listen, dude, been around you a few times. You got some good energy to you. You're a sports guy. what do you think about coming on the show? And he did. And by the way, he just stayed, right? I think this is like 10 shows, 11 shows, whatever it is. So as the weeks went on, I felt like, you know what?
10, I think we missed a week.
It's a bigger role on the show. You know, his interaction, he's on the page, he's doing his thing, he's talking to people. So I just said, you know what? It's not My Sports Radio with John and Tell anymore, man. It's not. It's My Sports Radio with John and Tell and Dan Mercado. And that's what it became, and that's what the sign says, bro.
The dynamic duo.
That's it. New intro music next week to come.
I love it.
New
I'm flattered
intro
and
music,
honored, man.
And bro, big things.
Big things.
Our brackets are going
Huge.
up. Huge. That's it.
Huge. It's
Guy-
so big. I'm telling you, I don't know what else to call it. It's so big. I call it huge
Because it's so big.
It's so big. I can't even fit the H, so I have to say huge.
Listen, guys and girls, today was a fun show, man. We were able,
Absolutely, man.
Listen, we talk a lot of sports, then we talk 90s music, which is always great. 90s movies,
Absolutely.
always great.
Always the best.
Always the best. Now we have a bracket. Things are going to be awesome. You're going to catch us back here in 6 days, 22 hours. You're listening on HamiltonRadio.net. And please do not ever forget this. This is My Sports Radio with the greatest sports team out there right now. Your Batman and Superman.
Let's go.
Your Iron Man and Captain America.
Let's do it.
John and Tell and Daniel Mercado on My Sports Radio. Guys and girls, MSR is out. We'll catch you later.
Peace.
You're rocking with the newest radio show on Hamilton Radio, My Sports Radio.
Deals. And Bonds hits one high. It's a dig. It is of the all-time home run list.
Trainer right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. The heavyweight champion is taking the mandatory 8 count, and Foreman is as poised as can be in a neutral corner.
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them? Down. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle. Tennessee has pulled a miracle.
My Sports Radio. And here's your host, Sean Intel.